Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we were working a little bit with automation of the Cosmic Meatballs, the Ultimate Stew, and then to a lesser extent the two catalysts, which I have a lot of the stuff set up. We'll get to this stuff in a moment. And then we started working on something amazing, which is of course the Creative Dimension Builder, aka the thing that doesn't require any amount of power to make all of our dimensions and everything we ever could want. It's really nice and we don't have to do much about it. So currently been trying to get some dimlets infused. Doesn't look like we're getting much. That's a tier 3, rarity 3. We're looking for something that's quite rare. We want to find draconium. I'm probably going to need to go explore a couple of dimensions, and I might end up doing that later. I haven't yet because I've been working on the automation for this stuff, which, hey, nice segue back to where we need to be. So, yeah, we've been automating the Cosmic Meatballs and the Ultimate Stew. We made the rest of the dire auto crafting tables we needed and all that kind of fun stuff. And I have a little bit of a word of warning for you guys. If you guys are playing this pack specifically, because I don't know if Verticia's add-ons or whatever, I don't know if the dire auto crafting table is still in use or not. I think it is, but I'm not entirely sure. But don't use the transfer node items at all. To put items into it is just fine, and it's been working out really good. But you might notice there's a gap missing, and that is because of these berry bushes. And it's not the berry bush's fault. Nope. It was the transfer node I had on here. So we had a transfer node on here so that we could have a rationing pipe and only keep a stack of items in this jungle drawer. Well, it turns out it doesn't actually matter, because this one was also hurting because we have almost no raw meat now. And the reason for that was the transfer nodes. These transfer nodes are great to put items into the system. The dire auto crafting table accepts the items just fine, and it actually, the rationing pipes do read these, but they don't work well on extraction. They will constantly try to extract, and if they can't, they still do, is what I've kind of figured out. So for example, if we had the rationing pipe, this has more than a stack, it would try to push items in here, and the problem is it would craft these. So it would use our resources, craft the item, and just delete it. That's the only thing I can figure is what happened. We've had this weirdness when we were messing around with them on the singularities, the eternal singularities, and yeah, it seems like if we just use a item conduit, it works just fine. I tested this with a mini chest, so there'd only be a stack, and it didn't seem to care whatsoever. So that was good. I'll kind of keep an eye on it. These guys are currently off, and I'm going to keep them that way for right now, because we have 300 Cosmic Meatballs and a ton of Ultimate Stew, and we have other things to do before we really care about those. So yeah, just a little bit of a word of warning. Don't use transfer nodes. Either use the mini chest, that would be fine, or a normal chest or something like that with an item conduit if you want to automatically extract from these. Otherwise, they seem to work just fine with the rationing pipes. It only keeps a stack of items in there, and everything's good. So I have been doing some work off camera. These two systems we're going to be doing a slight bit different, but we have all the items in here ready to go with the Infinity Catalyst, and these are all the items that we cannot get from the Energy Condensers. These are things that are either collected otherwise or crafted from the Applied Energistics system. So we're going to need an Applied Energistics system for this. We'll get to that soon enough. It's actually going to be a little bit of work, and it's going to be similar to how we handle the Eternal Singularities. And I'll probably do a lot of work off camera with this stuff, just because of the nature of it. It's going to be a lot of grinding And then this is for the chaos catalyst, which we have everything in here except for the infinity catalyst, which we'll make one and then get that set up. And these are all the items we're going to need for this. A lot more items. Now, originally what we had planned on doing was using materials in U as a applied energistics workaround. We'll explain that a little bit more in depth once we get there. But basically, we put all the transfer nodes on here. It'll put a stack of all the items in here, which is fine. And these are, by the way, in order. So what we're gonna do, we need to hook this up to, I have the quadruple compressed stuff. So I need to hook all this stuff up. It shouldn't be too bad. And this is a shapeless recipe, so I'm not going to worry about keeping everything in place. It's nice to have it like this, just so I can see what all we have in here. But we're not going to worry about it for these guys. So all we'll have to do is get some more transfer nodes, because 13 is not going to be enough. I think there's 25 and 34 is, I think, the numbers we have. Transfer node. We only have 10 more. Let's just get a stack in here. As you can see, I've been making some stuff as we need it. Alright, so what was the salt block for? That was for the, oh, the draconium clumps that we needed. That's right, I remember now. Okay, so this is going to be easy enough. We need to move you. Just move you right there. And yeah, we basically just set all of this stuff up. And we should get like next to no items currently because, well, I don't have anything EMC wise being pumped into this. So that's a thing, but we just need our transfer pipes, and that already has a rationing pipe on it. So that should be fine. And like I said, no items. So the next thing we'd have to do is, and I'm going to bring you guys through building one of these just because why not? Conduit probe. And we're just going to do something like this. And best way to handle this is, of course, to change the color of the inputs so they're not green, so it's nice and easy to see when you actually insert items and all that fun stuff. So everything should be hooked up there. Break that. And then this will be, we'll have it be insert on red. We'll use the conduit probe, copy, and paste. So pretty straightforward and easy. These will all be red inserts. And then we get to do the fun part. And this is the part that's going to be a little bit more tricky. So we have all these items. And our system knows how to make a bunch of other items, right? Well, we still have the problem of getting said items into here. So once we set this to extract on red, always active, that will start, and then we're going to want to get some speed upgrades. There we go. And some of those items are expensive. We have things like the dark matter blocks. Those are pretty expensive, whereas infused diamonds are not nearly as expensive. And as these get more items, it'll kind of balance out. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. But as you can see, we already have a stack of infused diamonds. No big deal. And it's going to work just fine. So, yeah. With that taken care of, we have all of these items left to deal with. And, well, we have a little bit of a problem. It's not, whoops, wrong thing. It's not that big of a problem, but it's a little problem. Something that we do need to kind of take care of. We're going to need an interface and a chest. And we're going to put these guys right here. Sure, why not? And then we'll need an ME conduit and item conduit and all that kind of fun stuff. So the ME conduit is easy enough. This is just going to go straight up. And there's a couple other things we need to do still, which we'll get to soon enough. But this is going to go around like so and connect back over here. So we're only going to have 4 channels over here for now. I don't know if we'll ever do any more or not, but that's what we're going to have for now. Because we have one interface for each of the catalysts. That's what they're called, right? Yes. Each of the catalysts will have one. And then the cosmic meatballs and the ultimate stew, we're going to put a storage bus on the back of this guy. And then that's how our system will know about it. So, nothing too major there. We should have one channel, right? Yep. And then I'll do the same thing over here. I don't know, I might take it around this way just because it'll be easier, but we'll see. Anyways, so this is going to start filling up with items. And did we run out of cobblestone? We did. Unfortunately, I'm out of mob essence, so I can't really do much about that right now. Other than turn this on because I didn't have that on. How much octuple compressed cobblestone do we have? 1,500. Okay, that should be enough for a while. So we have that taken care of. Now, how are we going to get the catalyst to work? We need to get all of these items taken care of. Put this stuff back. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4 items that we need to do something with. Well, the secret is these books. So the materials in used books are really special because they can craft into their own items. There's a couple others that will do that as well, which we might actually use for this one. That is the skystone blocks. Skystone blocks will craft into skystone bricks, which craft into skystone small bricks, which craft into skystone blocks. So there's a few less there. And then if we want the other end, the azulejo, I don't know how to pronounce this, the Britannia blue blocks. These things we can craft into various forms, and they kind of continue, and they eventually cycle around. Not that that really matters. Now, why does it matter? Well, that's how we do the trick. And for the record, I didn't come up with this idea. I don't know who the first person was that came up with it, but I saw it from Etho's lab, who played through Project Ozone 2 and did this method for a lot of the auto crafting. So what you can do, and for the time being, we're going to put this in here. We're going to put this in here. And I think for this one, what we're going to use is the skystone. We'll see if that works. So what we're going to want to do is get a bunch of skystone blocks. Just the standard ones. And the reason for this is because we can teach the system that, so we have 9 slots here, and we can make something. What we can do is say that when we want to make an infinity catalyst, it requires all of these previous items. And we can say that the infinity catalyst will get an infinity catalyst, but in the crafting recipe, put something we can't make. So let's actually grab a gold chest so we can transfer these items a little bit easier. And I've got to remember exactly how I'm supposed to do this because I don't quite remember. But we have all of these items in here. And there's a few more in here. We're going to go ahead and break that. And then, yeah, basically, we have all of these items, and we have access to skystone bricks, skystone small bricks. We have these 3 items to work with. Now, the system will have the skystone blocks. So basically, if our recipe for the infinity catalyst requires a skystone small brick, let's say, and that will make the infinity catalyst, which unfortunately I don't think we have one. For a stand-in right now, let's just use this. That will require, we can add 8 extra items on there, but the system won't have the small bricks. So what we can do, let's go ahead and do something like this. Actually, let's use cheap blocks that we can get plenty of. Awakened Draconium is one of the cheap blocks. So we have all of these items. Make this thing, and so if we remember that, and we'll adjust this as needed. Let's get another gold chest and put it over here. Those are the like completed things, and if we put this in here in the crafting, obviously it's not going to do anything, but let's see, there should be a chest, completely empty chest. Okay, so we'll put it in that one. And now if we look at the tool rod and say we want one of these, it's missing the skystone small block bricks, but it has all of those available, and it's going to send those items there. So what we can do is we can teach it that the small bricks are made from these other items. So 8. And a skystone brick, because that's the order they go in. So we put all these other items in here, and record that, put that here, same place, and then what we can do is, if we look at the tool rod now, we can craft this, and it has all of these items. Obviously it's missing some of the other stuff. Ooh, we had 4 on that. Oops, that's a mistake. I can fix that. We just want 1. And well, it's not going to have all those other items, but it's going to send all of those items there, and it's going to craft the skystone small brick. And well, that's cool. It's now missing the skystone brick, and we do that one last time to teach it that the skystone brick requires, let's actually put, I'll go grab a cosmic meatball and an ultimate stew, and we're going to put one of these in here. So let's just grab one of each. We'll set those up so that they are connected to the system soon enough. But basically we're tricking the system into thinking that it can make things that it can't. And so the skystone brick is going to require a skystone. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have exactly enough spaces. So we can use this recipe. And so what we can do, and we'll put that in there, put that in there, and we have all the skystone blocks. So long as the system doesn't have either of these two blocks, let's go to the tool rod. And let's make one of those. It can do it. And it will try to. And if we click start, it's going to send all of those items over to the chest. So let's go ahead and do that. And then it's going to calculate. It's not going to be too bad. It needs 9 diamonds to make the flux crystal block. But if we send that over, it's going to place all those items in this chest, one at a time. And so what we can do, and this is why it's important to have those being crafted, we're going to use, first of all, we're going to need a filter. We're going to take both of these and a skystone block, because it still wants to craft the skystone blocks. But the thing is we can put these into a crafter. Does it matter? Not really. We can put these into a crafter, grab a solar panel. We'll need one for the other one as well. And let's just grab some energy conduits. And of course, it's not going to get the tool rod this time, but we'll switch the tool rod to being the catalyst, and that will fix everything. So we'll put this like so. F7 should be fine. We will go ahead and put a torch there. We have torches really close. So we'll have a crafter here. And this guy will have 3 recipes, 1 skystone block, and then the brick, and then we don't really care about the last one. We can just delete the last one. So we'll get input. Can we input output the same block? Should be able to. And then we just need to have some filters. So the filters that we need, and then we can take the rest of these items and put them in here. So we'll disable that. All right, so this is going to have an insert blacklisting these 3 items. That's it. This is going to have an insert on green is fine. Whitelisting these 2 items. Because the third one we don't really care about. It's going to be a byproduct that just doesn't matter. This will be extract on green, always active. And so those items are gone, and we should see most of those items are in there. And then that gets in there, and then this will be also extract on brown, always active. And this will be insert on brown. And so the next set will come, and this should have made an infinity catalyst, and it did. And then we can have this also extract on brown, always active, and there goes the infinity catalyst. Now, obviously, this is we have some of the stuff, nebulous hearts, but like specter irons, those aren't getting anything. A lot of those are not getting anything, and that's weird. I'm going to assume. Let's turn this off for a second. And I will kind of deal with getting these guys all taken care of with transfer nodes and all that fun stuff. And get everything in here. But the Infinity Catalyst will eventually get extracted and inserted into here. We should have one in the system now. But the system is going to be complaining about a couple of things. One, it's crafting a living rock. It's still waiting for the Infinity Tool. But we have the Infinity Catalyst, and that's what we actually want. So we'll just cancel that. And we'll just change this to be that. Now there's one other thing that's going to be causing a problem. Now the reason why, whoops, that's the actual catalyst. The reason why we're doing it this way is because with the Skystone is because we're going to need pretty much the same number for the other one. So we were going to use the books, the Tinker's books, but we can't unless we want to have overlap. And because they're on the same system, it's going to be a problem. Now we're going to do something similar in the last millennium for the Eternal Singularities. And I don't know how I want to handle those, to be honest. We could just have those being made as much as possible, but then we get to the issues that we had before. So I think I'll just make those on demand, and I'll keep a stockpile of like a stack or so, and I'll just have to go back and forth and get them every once in a while. Alternatively, we could do something else. We could get around that a little bit. But I'll work on that a little bit between episodes. I just kind of wanted to bring you guys in and see all of this kind of stuff. Now, there is a problem. We still have this guy. So, and he can't actually go anywhere, because this guy is not allowing it, and this guy doesn't like it. But here's the great thing. We don't have to do anything with it. We can just delete it. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to grab a trash can. We're just going to grab a trash can. We're going to grab a filter. And we're going to trash this. So we do need to be careful. This is going to be an insert on green. We're gonna get rid of that, and it's gonna be insert on green, filtered whitelist Skystone blocks. This probably already got rid of itself, but that should work just fine. So theoretically, we can tell it to make an Infinity Catalyst, and it would. It's currently missing some items, obviously. The Eternal Singularities are a problem, as well as the other two, which all we're going to do, I don't even know if I have one or not. Storage bus. We don't have one, do we? We have fluid and gas, not normal. So here is the question with that. Storage bus. Nope, it is not EMCable, but it is pretty close to being EMCable. We're going to need 2 of those. And then I think we're also going to need some glass cable just to connect those. But that is kind of the plan. So I need to set up, I need to, I need to do a lot of grinding. But put that there, put that there. And now the system should know about cosmic meatballs. We'll double check that in a moment. So I need to set the rest of this stuff up. We can set up the Infinity Catalyst to make the Chaos Catalyst. And we can set this guy up to be made as well. Pretty much everything is auto-craftable, so that is nice. And we'll do basically the same thing we did here. We set up a system so that it does its thing. We're going to break this and this. I didn't mean to break that last thing. put that there, that there. Okay, looks nicer. So I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this. So we have all the blocks there. We have all the blocks there. I have a feeling. Oh, I know what it is. It's really simple. Round robin enabled. And so if we activate this again, we should start seeing some other items going in here. It's going to the closest one, and one of the closest ones, it looks like it ate all our items. So this is going to eventually fill up with items. It'll eventually be backlogged. We'll do the same thing for this guy. Everything will be exactly the same. And then we can basically auto craft, because this will know about the infinity catalyst. We'll be able to effectively auto craft these guys, assuming we have the infinity stars and the eternal singularities in stock, and we need twice as many as we want for these. So what we're getting to is making chaos ingots. And what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So every ingot requires 8 chaos catalysts, which means that we're going to need 16 eternal singularities. That's not too bad. We'll also need to basically bring over the infinity stars, and I have an idea of something we might be able to do. We'll kind of see if it works. I don't know if we can or not. We'll look into some stuff. But yeah, that I think is unfortunately going to be it for today. So we're going to delete these items. Somehow. How do I want to get rid of these? Oh, right. I can just do this and craft them into the skystone blocks. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and set up the chaos catalyst and get everything hooked up so that it can start working again. And yeah, basically I need to go get a ton more essence so that I can get plenty more cobblestone, so I can get this eternal singularities. We actually have a lot of cobblestone, so I don't know if I'll need to do that. Let's go check, because I haven't checked in a while. But yeah, so we're pretty close to being able to make chaos catalysts at will, which will let us make the chaos ingots, and then we can kind of finish up some of the creative stuff that we need to do. So we have 234 of the infinity stars, and the thing that's going to be dragging us down is 142 emerald singularities. So I'll need to automate this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an applied energistics system. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, and it's going to feed into this guy, and it'll be great. Everything will probably, a lot of that stuff will probably be down below. I can get rid of all that stuff, and yeah, then we just throw a storage bus on this guy, probably right there, and we'll have everything we need. So that'll be the plan here. I need to get more essence stuff, and I need to get draconium. That's the biggest thing. So I'll probably explore around some places, unless I can get incredibly lucky with this. I mean, I am getting like rarity 2, rarity 3 stuff, but I believe the draconium is a rarity 6, so not likely gonna happen. And is this done? Oh, wow. So I have to feed it more items. This is also working, so I can do stuff with this. But basically I need to try my hardest to get draconic ore, and then yeah, that'll be pretty much it. So that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is what I'm calling the hybrid auto crafting, dire auto crafting. This is the energy condensed type, or with the full chest. This is the automatic, no input whatsoever required. The eternal singularities are going to be input required. We could do something with that where we make the, what is it even called? the quantum ring stuff, quantum link chambers and quantum rings and all that fun stuff, which would basically allow us to have our applied energistic system transport interdimensionally. But I don't care enough. There's some other ways we could potentially do stuff. We could have a chest. Actually, I think we'll do that. We'll use a level emitter type thing, so that the system will constantly try to craft some stuff. We'll have some auto crafting stuff, but we'll kind of see. I'll play around with it a little bit off camera and see what I can come up with. But that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. One of the next things we're probably going to end up making, by the way, with the chaos ingots, is, while the creative energy would be nice, it's a little expensive, but it'd be nice. I think what I want to actually make is the Sword of the Cosmos, which is going to require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 ingots, that's 80 catalysts. That's a lot. But I think that's something I'd like to make, and then we can have some fun killing dragons and guardians. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!